What's going on? I'm Sam. I can already tell it's a great day. Even if the day's mostly over, I've been at home taking care of some stuff, but I'm on the way to the shop and I'm gonna go finish my desk. Okay, I got to work. I already have all the uprights made. I just need to put the diagonals in those, put everything together, and get the tops on. This corner clamp looks like it's gonna be pretty useful too, so I'm gonna be using the clamps to help speed this assembly. This is about the time where I put everything together to see how many mistakes I made, and actually there don't really seem to be any, other than a slight miscalculation. I made these boards a little too short because I didn't account for how I was going to attach them, which is okay because I made these boards too short as well, and with the attachment piece it adds enough that everything is perfect. So I got lucky, I guess, and it's going to be amazing. I wanted a big desk, and it looks like that's what I'm going to get. This thing's pretty massive. I was actually going to come out about 2 feet more on this side, but it would have been a little harder to put together, and I was going to trim some off of that side, which I might still have to do, but I'll get it set up and look at how it looks first. As long as it doesn't get in the way, I'm sure I'll just keep it. It's looking pretty good. I put off the diagonals. I was wondering if I could get away with not doing them, but just like the last desk I made, it looks a little weird without them, so I gotta knock them out real quick. This was one of the straightest pieces when I cut it a few days ago. That's okay. I'm going to see how this looks, but I pretty much need to stop here because I ran out of 2x3s, so I won't have enough for the cross supports in the back. I had tried using one pocket screw on the X's on the sides to see what would happen, and it was a little too flimsy for my taste. I was thinking they might be locked in place with the angles. You have to really force them to get them to turn, but I still don't like it. I used a couple like that, and I'm going to leave them, but on the rest I switched to using 2 again just because it's so much more rigid. So there's obviously still some things to do, like putting the shelves in here and a couple more of the cross bracing, but as it sits, I actually really like it. The deeper side will be my desk setup with all my monitors and main work area. And then the skinnier side is just to work on some extra stuff. That skinnier side does stick out just a little more than I would like, but I won't mess with it right now. I think it's still going to be pretty nice. If it ends up being too long, I can cut a foot or two off later on. There's only going to be, I don't know, 6 bolts that hold the two sides together, so it would be pretty easy to take on and off. Actually, the top is going to be held onto the other side, so it's going to be like maybe 12 bolts, but still, that's not too bad. That's a temporary board that gets taken out, and there's a few other things like that, but it looks pretty good to me. I'll get some more wood tomorrow so I can finish this up and paint the base. I'm going to paint the base black, and then I'm going to stain the top a walnut. I also put this little desk back together. Some of the attachment points had ripped out of the particle board, so I used JB Weld to fill those in. Then I re-screwed the cam parts and painted it black. It doesn't look great, but at least it works. The top is still pretty rough, and I'll paint that probably a white or gray. I don't really have a use for that desk, but it was by the side of the road, and I didn't want it to be thrown out. So I'll either post it on Marketplace for super cheap or give it to a friend if they need it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This desk took a lot longer to build than I thought, but it's going to turn out super nice. I think I only have one more day of working on it, so I'll see if I can finish that tomorrow. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey Griffin, it's that time we go home. You want to go home? Let's go. Come on, sleepy boy, come on. You want to go home or not? I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you. Come on, sleepy, let's go home.